guys, it's me, Prettywitty77, and if you're interested in how I self-texlax my hair, then you should definitely keep watching. So one of the first things I do is add my activator to my relaxer, and I mix it up so that it's creamy and smooth and has no lumps at all. Then I use the ORS olive oil relaxer in normal, no lie. I think it's important to read the step-by-step instructions because some hair types process quicker than others. A couple of items that I'll be using are a rat tail comb, a hair spatula that I ordered from Amazon, and hair clips to clip my hair into sections. So about a week ago, I washed my hair and did a protein treatment on it, and it's literally been in a bun for about a week. The day prior to me actually relaxing my hair, I based my scalp with extra virgin olive oil to prevent any kind of burns. So once my hair is sectioned off, I place Vaseline around the perimeters of my hair to prevent any kind of burns. I remember years ago when I was rinsing my relaxer out, I discovered that I had a chemical burn in the fold of my ear. So now I remember to protect that area because this stuff can get in the creases. While placing extra virgin olive oil on the hair that's already been texlaxed, it's optional. I always put Vaseline on the hair that's already been processed because I know that if any relaxer touches this hair this time, that I am not at risk for it to be processed twice. Because sometimes my new growth looks really similar to my texlax hair. Another trick that I do, I actually measure out how much new growth I'm working with, so I'll know how far to take the relaxer down so that I don't risk over processing the hair. I then add 1/4 cup or 2 ounces of olive oil minimum to my relaxer, and I mix it up so that it's nice and smooth. Doing so stops the relaxer from working so fast that I'll have ample amount of time to properly texlax the rest of my hair. I then place a towel around my neck and put on my plastic gloves that actually comes with the relaxer kit, and I start my timer. I always start in the back because it's where my new growth is the most coarse, and when I'm parting my hair, I'm making sure that the end of that comb does not touch my scalp because that's equivalent to scratching it. I part away from my nape, and I'll explain that in a bit, but I replace the relaxer on both sides of my spatula, and let me tell y'all, this saves me so much time. I actually place the relaxer on one side of the part that I make, and then when I'm done, I flip it up and I do the top side, so it saves time from having to turn around and just dip it again in the relaxer. Those seconds count. Although this process can get quite messy, I try to be as quick but as thorough as possible. So once I get to the top of the section, I basically attack that inner part of the section because that's one of my most stubborn areas. I also place it around the perimeter except for my nape. My relaxer application time per section takes about 3 minutes. While securing each section, I make sure that my already texlaxed hair does not come in contact with what's processing at the moment. Okay, so back to the reason that I don't apply the relaxer to my edges and my nape when I'm doing each section is because those areas are so fragile and they process the quickest. So back in the day when I was actually doing those areas along with each section, I found that my hair was always so thin and would break off in those areas so easy because it was basically being over processed. So sometimes I would put my hair in a ponytail and it would just break off or couldn't fit. So doing this process like this, it keeps that hair in those areas so strong. I've gotten a question about why I prefer a no-lie relaxer over a lie relaxer. It's because it's much more gentle on my scalp. I haven't had a chemical burn in about 5 or 6 years, and it actually processes slower. After I've applied the relaxer to all 4 sections, I then go back in and I apply that relaxer to my edges and my nape, as well as smoothing each section. I do all of my smoothing with my fingers. The smoothing process is actually really quick. It probably takes me 2 minutes to do all 4 sections of hair. And I'm 7 months post TEXLAX in this video. And I actually have a good amount of relaxer left, you guys. So no, I don't use 2 relaxers. I only use 1. This entire relaxer application should take no longer than 15 minutes to apply. Next, I shoot out to the sink and I thoroughly rinse my hair. I also neutralize my hair maybe about 4 or 5 times to make sure that everything's out. Here is a texture shot after shampooing my hair. I haven't even detangled my hair, y'all. I like to detangle in the shower with my hair flowing in a natural direction. But as you can see, I have tons of texture left. Next up, RS Hair Mail. This is actually a protein conditioner, so it's literally the best of both worlds. So this is what my hair looks like after it's been treated and detangled. I'm actually air drying in these clips, so my hair is not completely dry, but as you can see, I still have tons of texture present. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all so much for watching and have a blessed day.